Hey guys, Moustache here, coming at you with another figure review. I know Bruno Bucciarati from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was supposed to be today, but this guy came in. He's long ordered, and he finally came in, so I wanted to go ahead and get this review out. This is the Hot Toys 40th Anniversary Star Wars Darth Vader 1/6 scale figure, MMS572. And if we look at the box here, we get the standard Star Wars kind of like cover here. We have the 40th anniversary for Empire Strikes Back. It says Darth Vader there. 1/6 scale figure. Movie Masters, Hot Toys. We go to the side here. Just a little black detail. We go to the other side. Same thing again. But then we get to the back and it shows us all the information of the wonderful modelers and sculptors here from Hot Toys. But there's something a little different about this figure. As much as I love this, there's a different cover. So if we look on top, we do get that classic Empire Strikes Back logo that we get from the old toys. So why don't we go ahead and slip this off. And boom. Now we have this beautiful vintage box here. We have a picture of Darth Vader. We have this wonderful foiled Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary collection. We got the Darth Vader. We got the metallic Movie Masters logo and the 40th Anniversary. We go to the side. We get a little picture of what the figure has here with that removable helmet. We'll go ahead and read this here. It says, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord, and lead of Empire's eradication of the Sith Order, or the Jedi Order. He remained in service of the Emperor, the evil Darth Sidious, for decades, enforcing his master's will and seeking to crush the fledgling Rebel Alliance. And then we'll go to the other side here, which is just another picture of that figure. And then on the back, we do get those kind of sculptors again with a nice scene on Cloud City from the Empire Strikes Back. I'm pretty sure all these figures are either pre-orderable or available right now. Well, they might be available from Big Bad, but I got this from Sideshow Collectibles. And then going to the bottom, it's kind of the same thing as the other one. So there you go. And then getting this guy out is different than usual. See, and there's a lot of great things about this box. It is very much a vintage box. One thing I have a problem with though is I do like opening the boxes of my figures from the bottom, and this one is from the top. So there, we'll go ahead and get into the box. Very nice, fully black box on the inside. But we'll go ahead and get this guy open and check him out. Like I said before, this guy is humongous. I have not bought a Hot Toy in a while. I think my last one was either Agent Coulson or Loki. Or actually, no, my last one was the Suicide Squad Joker. So the way they have everything kind of in the box now is really nice. So we have this here, which is all of his hands. Of course, we're going to get these out of the package. We'll just go ahead and get these out here and kind of build everything out. We'll go ahead and get this cover off. There's a little message here to be careful and to read the instructions. Then we have the figure itself with the saber effect, the saber arm, the batteries, which look at all those batteries. I think the Kylo Ren figure had maybe only 3 or 4 batteries. We'll put him over here. And then it also comes with this amazing Cloud City base, which is one of the reasons I really wanted this. There are 2 figures from Star Wars that I really want, and of course it's Darth Vader, and I want to get the Bespin Luke as well, or the Cloud City Luke. Well, I think he's considered Bespin Luke, but the Cloud City / Bespin Luke as well, so I can recreate, that iconic scene. I do have Kylo Ren, like I've said before, so he's definitely going to go along with Darth Vader. But we'll go ahead and get this cover off. Looking very beautiful, all of these effects. We'll go ahead and grab these instructions from the bottom as well. So going into this, we have the instructions for Darth Vader. Looks like we may even have a poster in here. Oh, that's very nice. Look at that vintage style poster. So if you wanted to just go ahead and display it like that, that actually would be super nice. But then on the other side, we have all these instructions on how to light up the base, how everything goes. So we'll go ahead and put together this base here. So we'll put that right here on top of Darth Vader. And so we have this base, which looks very beautiful. We have that step. So we have that wonderful base here. So it looks like it wants us to put in the hand railing first. And another thing that they did was very nice was this bottom piece of the hand railing is actually plastic. So that keeps that safe inside the package. We just go ahead and remove that. And then we go ahead and grab our base. And we put the hand railing in there. Like so. Make sure you don't want to force any of these. And there's that hand railing. And then next up, we have these pieces back here, which actually just slide down onto here. Like so. And then make sure that's flush with the floor. There's a little line here. My camera will focus. A little line. So when you get that flush, you should be able to barely see it, just like my camera can barely see it, because you have all of these kind of breaks in there. Next up, we have this little guy here. And that just gets plugged into right here. Like so. So there's that base. And then we do have an on and off switch down here, which is probably what all those batteries are for. So we'll go ahead and get those plugged in just a second. And then last but not least, we do have the holder for Darth. And so looking at it, it looks like the holder goes this way. So there's that complete. We'll go ahead and get the batteries in this guy. We'll go ahead and turn that on. Boom. And then we get those flashing lights. So let's see if I can turn my lights off to show you how bright those are. You can really see they do give off a nice light there. So if you're going to have this on in the nighttime, it's going to look really nice together with the figure. And so we'll put this to the side and we'll get into the actual figure itself. We'll flip these instructions over just so we know exactly what we're doing. So going into the first accessory. So here we have that lightsaber. The first one we get, this one is a standalone saber, so it can go in his arm if you do not want it lit. And then if we just take that out, sorry for bumping my camera, if we just take that out, this can be put on his waist as well. So that looks super awesome. And then going into the arm, much like Kylo Ren, this one does have the saber here, and it does have the over 90 for articulation. That will most likely be hindered by the sleeve, and that actually turns about, so here's it in its original position, goes almost 90 there, goes 90 here, and then the wrist actually will not allow it to move, I think just because of those cords that are in there. It does say there's a possibility for 180 here, but I think, oh, there you go. So you actually have to kind of just move this whole sleeve with it. And then this itself can actually be taken off or put to the side just so we can put those batteries in there. And then once you do that, you can see there's two little pegs here. Or, yeah, a peg in kind of like a lock system. And that's going to go into there to close this back up. And that's what that looks like closed up. It is a little difficult to do. Once you get it out, you kind of have to like slide it and finagle it to where this part seems closed. But then again, when you have the figure displayed, unless you're displaying it with this out, you're never really going to see it. And then with this, like I said, this can be used, not that way. This can be used in this saber as well. All you have to do is slide that in, like so. Or you can take this one out, and you can get the swiping effect here, which is very nice. Looks very cool. Like so, bam, and it's very solid. I've had figures that have had this similar effect before, and it ends up drawing the arm way down, but seeing just from this solo arm that it's really strong is very nice. And I just remembered I didn't turn my lights back on, so let's go ahead and get those back on. And then this does come with two extra pegs for those hands. And then going into this, we're going to grab this guy and bring him out. His cape does come in a bag on the back of this, but when you pull out the figure, it follows along this little kind of velvet line. But damn. So we'll go ahead and get all of this plastic off, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so here he is out of the box, looking very nice. I might have to change up my camera view just to get a better look in the camera at this. But man, the materials on this look great. His cape is so nice. The way it looks in my camera right now doesn't really do it justice. It just looks like a big glob of black. But man, we'll go ahead and get a close look on this face sculpt here. Look at that. That looks so nice. And then we'll go ahead and get this off. And that looks awesome as well with all the color applications. Just like we saw on the outside of the box. There's that back of the skull or head there. And then I don't think this front end comes off. Yeah, it doesn't look like it does. It seems to be molded in there. So yeah, not to mention, of course, it wouldn't come off. He doesn't have it come off in The Empire Strikes Back. So there's no reason to have it come off. And then looking at the chest module here, looking so nice. We have the Arabesh writing. We have that nice plastic/tin cover. We have the side here. And this is actually where the controls are for the lights as well. I don't know if my camera's picking that up. And so once you get that kind of wired up, you are good to go. There's actually 2 of them here. And then going into the arm, we have a really nice leather-looking plastic here. Like I said, my camera makes it kind of look like right now, looking at my viewfinder, it makes it not as detailed, but it's definitely detailed. Going into the arm, we are hindered a little bit by the outfit, but the arm does go about that far. And then the wrist movement is 360, and then that bicep curl is just about 90. And then going into the other arm, it's probably going to be about the same. You can see where it's hindered down here. There's a little stitch spot for his chest. This one goes a little above 90 here. And then, of course, we get the 360 at the wrist. This guy just came off, but you kind of just plug that in like so. As well as in that left hand, or left arm, you can see here, there is a break. So not like Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was a zipper, but that zipper always got stuck, and the color on the zipper would come off. So mine looks a little more gray. We'll get him in here actually a little bit later. But as you can see, that's how the arm comes off to replace that. Going down here, we do see the difference here in his pants when the belt is a little ridden up. Going into the legs, we got those really nice meaty legs. We got a double joint there, but it just goes about 90. We can see a little bit of foam here to cover that. Coming back, it does turn about that far. It looks like this piece here is actually Velcroed on, so that's nice. So if you are trying to get a particular pose with the foot, you can pose that and then stick that Velcro piece back on. Same thing with this one. There's that little foam piece that we'll put over there. And then just reattach that. The movement on that is about there on the foot. Goes up about that far. Like I said, we can take this off. So if we wanted to move that a little further, we could. And then just reattach that front plate like so. And then this cape is free flowing. So we have that under cape with the satin on the other side, so it's not one piece, so you actually do get, some stretch on it. And then going into the main cape, it's the same. Or actually, no, the main cape is all one piece, but that one is all that kind of like neoprene / like satin style feel. It does stretch a bit, so it does give you the option to do that. It drapes very well. So here we are. I have him posed with the base, looking great. There's a lot of things that add to the figure. especially with this base, you know, we do get that initial slash that we see when, you know, he's just, you know, going after Luke, and kind of Luke is on his last leg in Cloud City. But then I went ahead and changed up that fist, and now you can see Vader is just, you know, telling Luke he doesn't know the power that the Darkside is capable of. And I know in this scene he does not have his lightsaber ignited, but, you know, having it this way, you do kind of get the beauty of everything all at once. And we'll go ahead and we'll go, you know, as dark as we can with this. I'll turn off all of my lights. That alone just adds so much. And then we'll go ahead and turn off my hue lights as well. And, you know, that doesn't take away much. So, you know, having the right light around this guy is definitely going to add to the mystique and the look of this figure. And I think that's great. This is definitely, I think, how I'm going to have him posed. Probably move this torso a little bit forward. I do like how they have the helmet situated, just because I do have the Hero Cross Darth Vader, and with him there's no kind of like homing point for how to put the top of the helmet on, so there's no real like kind of nice fit. This one does have a nice fit, and it just looks great. Even, you know, depending on how you want to display this, if you wanted him to the side like that, that looks great. You know, why don't we turn some of the hues on, and we'll go ahead and change the color of those hues. So we'll turn those back on, and we'll go ahead and we'll go with like a red. We'll just brighten that up like so. And, you know, that just, oh man, that just changes everything. Getting that red light right above Vader looks so good. Or we can go with, you know, full blue, kind of going with like a Cloud City kind of scape. Like I said, just having the right color around Vader is going to change up how this figure looks immensely. And I feel like, you know, you're not even really seeing the true nature of it, because we do have that natural light coming from the outside. And it's just so great. You know, we're bringing in that other light. I'm kind of just messing with lights now to continue the video. But like I said, this is a great figure. I love the option that you get, that it comes with, you know, the kind of original style box that you're getting in the back here. You know, if you wanted to display him with the box, that looks awesome. If you wanted to go just full no box with just this stand here, that looks great as well. As well as if you wanted to do something, you know, with Kylo and have him in the background, or like I want to do, I would probably have this guy like this and then have Kylo right next to him, unless I do end up getting that Bespin Luke. And because I want to say there is a 40th anniversary Luke as well, and, you know, to extend this scene and have Luke right next to him, kind of like, you know, in that iconic scene, that would be so great. We'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you stayed this long, make sure you hit it with a like, make sure you hit it with subscribe, and tell me down below in the comments what you like about this figure, if you're getting it, or if you plan to get it, tell me. Or maybe if you have a variation of this Vader, tell me. Moustache again. Peace.